Joining us now to talk about it is Greer Consulting founder and president Jason Greer.
Jason Greer is with us now, a labor consultant and former field examiner with the NLRB. Jason, so good to have you with us. Thank you for being here.
Joining us right now with tips on how to talk to your boss about what you really want. Greer Consulting founder and president Jason Greer.
Hey, thank you for having me. So I think what employees as a whole are finding is that it's sort of the employee's market, but there's an added caveat here. It's the employee's market, but you in many ways have the ability to dictate what you want, what you're willing to tolerate, but more importantly, what you need from an organization. The game has changed, COVID changed, technology has changed to the point where people have the opportunity to still contribute, even if they're not physically there. But I think it does come down to the real estate, but it also comes down to the psychological game of, if I can't see you, are you really part of the office? But it really comes back to the fact of being honest, because executives are not going to tell you this. Companies are not going to tell you this. They don't want to lose you, especially in today's market, because they don't want you to pull LeBron James and take your talent somewhere else. So they're going to meet you halfway because they need you more than you need them. On one aspect, you have the young crowd, and she said it perfectly, the under 30 crowd that is used to doing things remotely. They're used to really living their life through this virtual space. But I think on the other side, what we're starting to see, and I hear this from employees, I talk to thousands of employees per year, especially millennials and Gen Zers who are saying, we actually want to come into the office because we want an opportunity to show our employer what we can do. But I think there's another side to this that we're not talking about, is the fact that managers are actually having to continue to do their work while also trying to manage a workforce that's spread out throughout the country, if not throughout the world. And it's one thing when you can actually be physically present with your people and to talk to them. It's another thing when on top of everything else I have to do, now I have to make sure that I schedule, all of these Zoom calls or all these virtual calls with people, 50, 60 people spread out across the country, different time zones, different areas that they're living in. And it becomes so difficult. Let's say hypothetically that your organization is majority white. What we're also finding as we go along in this diversity journey is that organizations do a really terrible job of actually getting buy-in from their white employees, largely because they don't go to their white employees and ask them this one fundamental question. What does diversity and inclusion look like for you? And what do you need in order to be successful?
Well, this is your time, because where there's human suffering, there should be collective grief. And where there's collective grief, there should be collective action. We have to take a stand. Go to these young white males and these young white women who are lonely, who are depressed. Talk to them. Get them resources. Put your arm around them so that they're not looking into the internet. They're not looking to the abyss for love. They're getting it from you. So if you're doing a self-evaluation, here's what I will tell you. Use the Muhammad Ali principle. Muhammad Ali told you he was the greatest. You believed he was the greatest. And even if you didn't know anything about boxing, this is your opportunity to organize what you've done over the course of the year by just being honest about how you showed up. Don't be humble though, because this is your opportunity to let them know who you are.
Let's have dinner in person.
I'm looking forward to it.
I love it.
All right, guys, great discussion. Big topic. Thank you.